My name is S.L. Brady. The first farm was bought in '50. The second farm was bought in '57. There's two farms here that my father and his brothers own, right around 200 acres altogether. They were tenant farmers up till then. They lived on somebody else's farm, lived in the house on the farm and grew tobacco. As a tenant, they got half of it and the landowner got the other half. I still raise some that way too. Farm right on the other side of this driveway here, I still work that farm on a sharecrop basis. I raise 7.5 to 8 acres of tobacco on the farm, give the landowner half of that. I own no land. All the land I work is cash rented, other than this farm right across the street here, which is sharecrop operation. But everything else, I cash rent everything. We made 12 100 square yard beds that you sow the seeds in. One seed is almost impossible to see with the naked eye. It's that small. But that was the beginning of the whole thing. Some of them will be covered with plastic covers, others will be covered with some type of man-made fiber that water can get through, but the sunlight shining on it, it causes heat buildup, so that it warms the ground up. The 15th or 20th of May, the transplants will be about that tall, about 8 inches tall. Then you go there and pull them up one by one, put them in a bushel basket, set them on the trailer. In that afternoon, you take a transplanter. We use a 2-row transplanter. 4 people will sit on that, and man will drive the tractor, and you put each plant in a finger. It's on the tobacco plant. It takes it around, sets it in the ground. After that, you've got cultivate it, keep the grass out of it, spray it to keep worms and other insects off of it. There also may be some hand weeding done too. The only thing that will take care of that is a weeding hoe. And the only thing that will operate one of them is your 2 hands. Like the middle of July in an average growing year, you do what's called topping. This plant will put out a flower. What it's trying to do really is produce seed, but we're not into seed production, we're into leaf production. So you go there and break that top out of it, it will stand there normally 14 days from the day you break the top out of it. Then you start harvesting, and that's when you really start to work. You have to go there, you take a knife on a wooden handle, cut this plant off at the ground. My mother right now still farm tobacco together. Me and her had 37 acres last year, and we started harvesting first part of August. I can't recall the date, and we finished harvesting 3rd week in September. I guess we most days we had close to a dozen people working for us, African American. Some have worked for me for years. I've got one gentleman named Wilford Jones. He's been working for us since 1996. He's 85 years old. And then you go back and pick it up. Each stalk, you pick it up, put it on a stick with what's called a spear, which is a metal thing about that, it's round, about that tall, and it's sharp on the end, and it splits the stalk. It splits the stalk and puts it on a wooden stick. On an average, you put 5 to 6 plants. Some people will put a little bit more depending on the size. You harvest it in August, you cut it, put it on a stick, and you load it on trucks and trailers and take it to the barn. Then you pass it up in the barn. Some barns we have around here, it takes 3 men up in the barn. Leave it hang there. You open the ventilation doors on the barn depending on the weather. If it's dry outside, you close the barn up to try to keep humidity in. If it's wet outside, you open it up to try to dry it out. It will rot. It hangs there till about the last October. I'm one of the younger ones that wanted to farm. Been around it all my life. All I wanted to do when I was little was be on one of these tractors around here when it was moved. To be a farmer, you've got to love to do it. You can't just make it up in your mind one day you're going to farm, because if you don't want to do it, you don't stand much of a chance. It's what I want to do.